So why is everybody staring at the floor and not at me when I'm telling a story? I'm telling a story, right? And I've been telling this story for a while. And I want people to look at me. I mean, they're my listeners. They're my audience. And I want to keep their attention. But I've been talking for about 5 minutes, and it's awkward because everybody feels really uncomfortable. They're staring at the floor. I have a disease. I have a medical condition. And my medical condition makes me act crazy, unpredictably. And part of it is I can't really tell when I'm acting crazy, so I do things that are embarrassing to people, and I don't know that I'm doing them. So is there a name for this condition? It is a mental disease. I don't know what the name is. It could be. No, this is, I don't know what this is. I don't know. There's this mental condition that makes people curse. Do you know that one? That's a really, Tourette's. That's a good one. That's not it, by the way. But I don't know. Are you familiar with this? This just occurred to me. Tourette's is a condition where a person, they just act normal, and then they say, fuck, shit, and then they just go on. And there's no stopping it. There's nothing you can do. And so kids who do this, it's a lot of fun for their classmates. They just sit in class, and every minute they look at the teacher, bitch, fuck you, and they just sit and keep writing. It's awful. There's nothing they can do. It can be cured. So this is not what I have. Right? My disease is something else, but it makes me act kind of weird. So does that mean I'm a horrible person? No. In fact, I'm a wonderful person, right? I'm a really good person. Am I hard to get along with? No. For my daughter. My daughter is the only person that I don't get along with, right? My daughter is the only person. Why is that? Oh, that's such a good question. The answer to that question is the very last sentence of this story. The very last part of this story where it says, my daughter doesn't know any better. She's too young. When you say she doesn't know any better, that means that she's too immature. And you can't really blame her, right? My daughter is that's a girl who's telling the story. I don't know if you can't tell, right? It's a girl. So a girl is telling the story about her mom. So my daughter is, how does my daughter treat me? Does she treat me well? That's going to change. Right now she treats me horribly. She treats me very badly, right? That will change in the future. That's what you were going to say. But right now, what does she do to me? She yells at me. What else? She calls me names. She curses in front of me. And also, she's a teenager. Does she have friends in school? She does. Does she bring them over? No, because of me, right? Because if her friends came over to our house and I acted the way I do, she would feel embarrassed. So she doesn't bring them over, ever. But I'm a wonderful person. I don't judge people. Because who am I to judge, right? I'm a crazy person, basically. So I shouldn't judge other people, and I don't. So do people know about this condition? Do people around me know that I have this medical condition? The answer is yes. What they don't do is talk about it. I mean, everybody knows that there's a medical problem, but nobody talks about it because it's taboo. So where do I live? In India. I live in India, and a lot of people are superstitious in India. And superstitious means they believe in ghosts and, things like that. So this is taboo. People just don't talk about it. And everybody knows, hey, come on in. But everybody knows that this is happening. So I'm very disrespectful towards my mom. No, she's very disrespectful towards me. Sorry. Switched characters. I'm the mother. All right. So I do tell these very long stories. And people don't leave when I talk because that's weird, right? And that's very disrespectful. So everybody just sits there, just checking their watch, saying, when is this going to end? And it doesn't.